All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alaracanfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today, my good friend, Bryan Rawls, is back with us. And today, we're talking about awakening and the reign of Anavia Nightshade. We'll have him tell us exactly how I'm supposed to be saying it, right? And so part of what we're going to learn today is who is Anavia Nightshade and what her agenda is as a sovereign being. We're going to learn about the cosmology of Divine Diva Codex. So what exactly is it? Who are the Divine Divas? What is happening during their reign? We're going to talk about preparation for the portal activation. And this is to bring the energy of Anavia Nightshade into our physical reality. We're also going to talk about the Anavia Nightshade Divine Serpent Key Code activation. And this is to awaken the Anavia Key Code Codex that will accelerate her energetics to make fundamental changes within our DNA, RNA. And that and so much more will be taking your live caller question. There's always wonderful processes and activations. And if you don't know Bryan, he has been with us many, many times, and he's very gifted, talented, intuitive, connected. And we're going to experience all sorts of wonderful messages and information. Since he was a young child, he's been able to see beyond the veil into the world of spirit. And from that time on, he knew that he was different, and he felt that he did not belong on this plane of existence. But he has many guides, many teachers and masters, his own family as well. He reads cards, he talks to the angelic realm, the ascended masters, the galactics, you name it. He's an intuitive medium, a Reiki master, he's a psychic. You know, you name it, he does it. So it's going to be so much fun, so powerful. So please be sure to have some water handy as well, because it's always quite a high vibe call. So let's see if Bryan is back. Yes. So Bryan, welcome back to the show. So glad you're here.
Thank you for having me, Alara, and it's always a pleasure to be here.
So let's talk about, I was not sure if I was actually saying the name properly. I was saying Anavia Nightshade.
Anavia Nightshade, yes.
Anavia Nightshade.
Yes, and her name is a little bit on the strange sounding side, but it was the best translation that I could give it on a, I guess you would call it a harmonic side, because her energies are rather multidimensional, and they deal with a lot of things that would not be dealt with on the regular. So she's really about busting down old paradigms that no longer are working for humanity, and allowing for her to basically do this is basically going to be somewhat of a transition for humanity, because of the actual expansion that her energetic presence takes up or allows for you to experience. So basically, what is or who are the Divine Divas? Well, basically, the Divine Divas have been a particular set of 12 newly ascended masters to humanity, but ancient ascended masters to the universe. These particular ascended masters each have been coming in since it's anywhere from around 2017 to 2018, allowing for these particular energies to for us to experience in almost like a codex form, almost like a for lack of a better word, a book of information. So basically, we have had the Akashic records running for us for a couple thousand years, and the planetary Akashic records, earthly Akashic records running for us for a couple thousand years. And these particular books allowed for us, or allowed for the new human to step forward, or the full potentiated human. Okay, so basically, what these particular divine divas, I like to call them, which they are just divine feminine masters, and the first one was Akash. Second one is Sahara. The third one was Nasira. The third one was Polaris. She was rather silent. Okay. Polaris's energy was almost like allowing for us to integrate with this mundane interface that we are running at on a day-to-day reality. And then we have the current reigning divine diva named Shayata Winds, which she also has came with a helper named Atara. And each of these particular divas have basically came to Earth with a specific contribute to humanity, and allowing for humanity to awaken into the new golden age, or for how a lot of you all are saying, the new earth. So basically, as the new earth awakens, we will continue to see the rest of the divine divas awakening and taking reign. As one divine diva takes reign, the other one goes into a slumber for 33 weeks, and then she comes back into where she, where all of them will serve as a guidance system for Mother Earth and her people. So basically, the new reigning divine diva that will come into power on December 21st basically made herself known around the Samhain weekend, and that was around Halloween. For those of you that do not know what Samhain is, it's around the Halloween weekend is when Anavia first appeared to me, and she appeared. She manifested herself as a rather dragoness being, or draconic being, and this particular energy kind of caught me off guard. Not saying that I've never worked with dragon energy before, but it caught me off guard with the particular way that the rest of the divine divas have been showing up. They've been showing up as rather feline energies and energies in that particular manner, and then Shayata showed up as a celestial shaman, and Anavia shows up as a dragon, a draconic being. So basically, with her, it's almost like her codex is breaking down the old access points that allow for humanity to awaken, that no longer are serving as awakening dynamics or awakening mechanics. So basically, what Navy is doing is she's basically serving as what I like to call a electron accelerator. She is serving to allow for all the electrons that make up our body and our reality to basically wake it up into a more higher consciousness, a more higher state of awareness. And as these particular as this particular divine diva stepped forward, she was rather courageous, very strengthening, very determined to get my attention, to acknowledge her, to get her, or to basically have her understanding be in my awareness. So basically, what she started with me, she also has started, started with other new thought leaders, healers, etc., for the for basically the awakening phase to start. And as these awakening phases start, this particular energy awakens in ways that that the being is not even able to fathom at the moment. So within this is allowing for our beings to step up in that state of awareness that we are currently trying to focus at. I will be, please give me 1 second. I have a rather vocal cat.
Yeah.
All right, more.
She wants to be present in this conversation. I was wondering, it's like, where is that sound coming from? Oh, it's from Brian. She really has a lot to say.
I apologize. Normally when I mention the feline Syrian beings, and that's where a lot of the feline beings of the Divine Divas have been from. When I mention them, it seems to arouse my cats, so I apologize.
No worries, no worries.
These particular old programs and matrices and paradigms that they're breaking down, these are experiences and techniques that don't work for the light body no more, that don't serve the purpose of acceleration. When we are trying to accelerate our DNA, our understanding of realization, and with that particular understanding, it brings up a sense of empowering or empowerment when we're going into that almost a sense of unknowingness of what's to come, or what do we need to do to awaken more on a higher conscious level. And then that's when these particular divine divas step in and almost simply guide you into almost back into that divine essence of who you were before all of the energy shifts happened in 2012. So basically, a lot of folks are going to understand that Anavia is around awakening the sovereign being within inside ourselves. Okay, the sovereign being of understanding that the higher power that we are striving to connect with is not outside of ourselves. It's simply within, because it's the higher consciousness that we are striving to connect with. Okay, so a lot of folks, when I say connect with your higher source or connect with your higher power, they go immediate to who they think is God. But when it's about self-empowerment, it's about showing up and seeing yourself as that divine deity within yourself, and really owning that self-empowerment that the word deity gives you, because you are a deity that realizes and understands and is aware of the divine in everything, correct? So basically, you have to understand that everything that is created out into our divine reality is basically our higher powers, or our higher consciousness is divine will. Okay, so basically, it's what we or what our perception has given us to perceive things at. Okay, so basically, the The particular energy that that Anavia has delivered to me is a set of unique genetic sequences that basically awaken and activate a particular genetic sequence that hasn't been, I guess you would say, hasn't been understood before or hasn't been experienced before. So basically, what these particular energies are going to do, especially how Anavia is going to present them, is through a sonic alchemization of your multidimensional self. So basically, we are going to basically begin with I'm gonna call this a portal activation, because the portal already opened on December 4th. But to make sure that everybody grasps the hold of that portal, we're just going to allow for the awareness that the portal is open, and we're going to allow for us to hook into that circuit of that portal for us to be emerging with the energy of Anavia herself. Okay, so I want everyone to take a deep breath in. I call to the Lord God of my being, all the angels, guides, guardians, and masters. I ask for your assistance to activate the portal of awakening for Anavia Nightshade. Take a deep breath in. I want you to focus into the heart at the 0 point energy. As you focus into your heart, you're going to completely feel your energy relax and feel your body relax. Moving your consciousness down into the solar plexus. Bring your state of awareness to your solar plexus. Bring your state of awareness to your sacral, your root, down through your legs, all the way down into the crystalline core of Mother Earth, wrapping around it, bringing it back up through your feet, through your legs, through your root, allowing for your energy of your root to keep you grounded in the moment as the portal begins to open. Take a deep breath in. Elokreituren histianda havreti isyotu. Valohura at ayate epesito urana hakim. Velo preondo ok osahata yashtinde elesiato. Reatikiawa nano ok ura atayasiit. Velo to ura ana akiata ebukutu ura esta yistin. Vidembo hokota awa. De la siana ara et emokura atayastoa. De la riete emor. Ja de la siata ara. De la preando ok ura an ayaste esim. De la crea wa ro uren is. De lo crea stari istisiandre beelo. Roko te la creato okusano wataar. Jeti andele sisioto ora an ayate ki. De la preando okus. Idando kistendisi mana arrest. Gegiano ila create lor. Bandolo così mana arra estais. Dilla ratura okunamua. Della prato uriskiandaus. Visem behisia no kanji sisio toa ak. Deskiskiando. Gande elekiawa. Je kwasanu. Guras tuana ara estayenu. Ibanda hada kiasa wasa anaku. O kuran. Iwondau sama atayin. Iwash ora ok. Dembua as ana akian. Dele sesiando okrosh. Di duanda awa. Ve bata asianamu. And take a deep breath in, bring that energy up and through your root chakra, up and through your sacral, up and through your solar, and through your heart, up through your throat, into your third eye, down into your well of dreams at the back of the head, up and out the crown chakra, doubling back into the fourth eye where your head was soft when you were a baby, beaming down into the pineal gland, all the way down to Shushumna. Activate the exhale blueprint at the perineum. Take a deep breath in. And as that portal is continuing to open, and it's going to, you're basically the culmination of the energies of the solar eclipse open the energies for the portal. This is almost similar to what I would call the peak of the portal, and then the portal that she is entering through and allowing for her energy to be felt through will close on the 12th, and then she'll be in a almost like a holding dimension, if quote unquote. But then as the 21st begins to step forward, now she does it's not, I don't want to give this as a warning, like an ominous feeling, but she does say that there will be many memories, many flashes of visions, many sounds, many ceremonies, many initiations that you may remember or that you may experience in an energetic way over the period of the 12th through the 21st. Okay. Now, as this particular energy approaches the 21st, that is her coronation, and when she will personally take reign, Shayata will go into slumber, and Anavia Nightshade will take reign. And when she takes reign, the next couple of weeks after, it may be rocky. Okay, and the reason why I say it may be rocky is because of the integration and the energies that the energies that allow for her energy to fully anchor on Mother Earth, and then also including the state of affairs that the planet is in. Okay, so with those two mixtures, I will tell you it's going to be a rocky couple weeks after. But all of this is all of this is just the crashing of old programs, old paradigms, old explorations of energies that no longer have a significance in our realm, because we're not vibrating that low anymore. We are in a higher state of vibration. We are in a higher state of awareness. And I know everyone is like, but what's next? Well, what's next is you got to allow and become aware that these changes are happening around us in your physical reality. Because if you are not aware and you don't perceive the perception of the truth of what they are, then you're just going to end back up on this planet doing it all over again. And do you want that? No. All right. So basically, remember that the earth or nature is, for lack of a better word, spirits, or it's our body's church. Okay, it's our body's way of connecting back into ourselves, and also back into into the Divine Diva that is taking reign at that particular time. Now, do know that after 2028 gets around here, do know that there will not be more Divine Divas taking reign after that. This will become a guidance system, a transmission, a codex for folks to, almost sort of like a platform for folks to work from. So it's almost like mystery schools in a way. So basically, if y'all are not haven't understood the whole significance around Anavia by now, I don't know exactly what would explain it better, but she asked that you become aware of the serpent that is in the root chakra. Now, everybody thinks of, when I say serpent, their mind automatically either goes to rebellion, evil, or the devil, or etc., etc. Okay, so you think these are programs, these are things that are dropping. They're dropping to the floor. They're dissolving and disintegrating before our eyes, because the serpent is basically needing to rise up. And as it rises up, it allows for all of the, it allows for the foundation for, I guess you would, what we like to call it, or what I like to call it, the dragon eye, which is also known as the third eye. Well, Anavia likes to call it the dragon eye, but the third eye, see, as the serpent rises through from the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, up into the heart, into the throat, and then getting to the third eye, it has those circuits to basically hold up that energy and that frequency of how that third eye is going to feel inside your body temple when it opens. Okay, because I will tell you, a lot of people lose their shit when their third eye opens. And I'm just being very rated PG-13 with that. But a lot of people do. And Anavia's energy is something that is going to enable you to rise above that being afraid to, being like, I don't want to lose my cool. I don't want to lose my stuff, so I'm not going to do it. And it allows you to think beyond of what's there. And as you think beyond of what's there, you hook into these circuits. And as you hook into these circuits, those energy codes basically come flowing in. And these I like to think as downloads as initiations or upgrades to the body temple, because our body is a temple, okay? And where do initiations happen normally? In a temple, okay? So the initiations that I am speaking about can happen on your own, and also can happen with a facilitator, and also can happen with a medium. Okay, and that's the cool thing about it, is because we have the access to finally be able to call in our own initiations, call in our own upgrades, instead of always having a facilitator do it for us. Okay, and what else is that is more self-empowering than you initiating yourself? So so allowing for you to hook into these circuits of energy that such as the Divine Divas, because the Divine Divas is a codex, is a book, is a being, is an energy. All right, we are it. It is us. Okay, it's already inside of us. You've already are familiar with it. You just have to remember it. Okay. Now, there is going to be a serpent activation, but Anavia is not quite ready to give that just yet. So, so I'm trying to, oh, yes. So some of the energies that Anavia is also going to be delivering is basically activating the genetic code, or the fundamentals of the genetic code, with I guess you would call it a specific energetic activation, initiation, etc., etc. So basically, what she's trying to get at is that this is going to activate the genetic coding of humanity, or the human genome, up to its next highest octave. So basically, what I mean by highest octave is that there is a universal genetic code, and there is a personal genetic code. The universal genetic code is basically hooked into what I like to call a library of information. So what the human genetic code is basically trying to do is reach that vibration, or that oscillation of the universal genetic code. Okay, so so this is a little bit of science, but all organisms use DNA to store genetic information. They all use the same 4 bases. Okay, and this is G, or well, I'm going to call them base letters. G, A, C, T, and U. Okay. Now, but the U is only added if you're talking about RNA. But the RNA is also included in this in these particular techniques that not only just allow for the crystallization of our DNA, but more along the lines of allowing more light and activation and accessibility to awakening those sleeping strands of the DNA. So that is a little bit of what Anavia is basically going to be getting at as the 2022 calendar year progresses. Now, I will tell you that she does warn, well, not warning, but more along the lines of become more aware of this, that you need to make sure of the company that you keep during specific time frames of this year as well, because the energies that are accompanying certain folks are basically being activated, and a lot of those activations are genetic mutations that have been encoded to activate in this particular lifetime. And these can be some pretty nasty genetic mutations that activate. So I'm just going to tell you, make sure that you are conscious of the group that you hang out with or the company that you keep. Also, be aware of large crowds around the 30th, 31st, and 1st, because this is when Mars hits a particular degree in the heavens, which I don't think, one of the teachers that I follow definitely mentions this and backs up what Anavia is saying too. So I will tell you, make sure that you ask for protection, stay grounded, understand that that awareness is the best thing that you can do in situations that if you have to be in a crowd, become aware of your surroundings. Okay, so okay, so I'm kind of waiting a little bit for this serpent code activation. I don't know why, but
Well, do you want to take some questions?
Sure, let's go ahead.
Okay, so if you have a question regarding this specifically or anything else, but something specific, please. I don't like general questions. I mean, don't just say what message is there for me. That's too general. Raise your hand or type your question in the chat. Right, so Lori was asking, how can she help us integrate?
Okay, so basically, just simply vocalize. You have to realize that vocalization is really huge during this time because it gives a voice for our spiritual truths. Okay, so as we vocalize for this integration to happen, it automatically gets activated because we are already there in some parallel reality. Okay, because you got to realize that there are many realities going on at the same time as this one. Okay, we are just a ripple of one particular embodiment of what's currently running.
So, and Heidi's asking, how do you deal with family members living with you at this time to avoid blowups?
Well, okay, so I have a very interesting day-to-day experience. I take care of my mother in the morning, and I take care of all of you clients from like 12 to 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. But after 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, I like to basically just wind down and kind of recalibrate myself. And how do I do that? Ask for recalibration. I use my voice for a lot of things. And a lot of folks think that you have to say it out loud for them to hear you. No, you don't. All you got to do is, if you simply want something to happen and you feel like they're not hearing you, then voice it out loud. But if you are confident enough that it's going to happen, or if you're confident enough within yourself, then speak it in your mind, think it, be it, affirm it, understand that it's yours. Okay. But most certainly, you're going to have your ups and downs with family members during this time of year. But best advice I can give you is go for a walk, get out, stay away from obnoxious family members if possible. And if you have to be around obnoxious family members, call in Anavia to help you do this, to help you deal with their BS. Because I do call in these divine divas, even previous divine divas, to help me with a lot of things and even to deal with certain things. And believe me, they hear a lot of stuff from me.
And I would also add, in that moment, call in compassion, right?
Yes.
Call in compassion. And if you have to walk out of the room, it's like, I'm not dealing with it. I'm walking out of the room. Go for a walk, go play with your pet, do something, right? But also be aware too that sometimes things, are coming to a head and you have to deal with them. If you've been ignoring stuff for a long time, sometimes you have to deal with it, but just come from that place of compassion and love instead of reaction and anger and etc. Right?
Exactly.
The best you can. It's not always easy, but the best you can. Okay.
No, it's never easy.
No, but sometimes it's necessary. I read something today. I saw something today that if you are avoiding confrontation with external people, then eventually you're going to have to deal with that confrontation internally. So something to that effect, So sometimes we do have to deal with it so that we're not, affected by it too much later on. All right. So, and I used to avoid confrontation a lot. I'll be honest. I was like, I can't deal with it. So, but now I don't really have that much confrontation around me. So it's pretty good. Just the dog and my husband sometimes. So it's like, yeah, compassion, patience. He's a patient. I have to be more patient with him. So it's all good. Madalena, what do you see or suggest for me to do at this time? I am very empathetic and sensitive and trying to move into my best timeline as a healer and to achieve beautiful, loving relationships with my partner and others.
Call in Anavia. Also, you will want to probably purchase you a package and begin to follow me, because Anavia has a lot of plans for 2022. I will tell you, one of the big plans that she has is some shadow work, a shadow work course, which hopefully I can get with Alara and maybe present it as a package. But yes, shadow work is good, Madalena. That's a good place to start. Also, ask Anavia to help you with this specific time as you're sensitive. Also, stay away from the media. Stay away from the media, most certainly. The media will, I'm gonna say more along the lines of the news. if you have a Netflix account, that works. And I do not work for Netflix, so don't think I do. But anyways, definitely make sure that you just simply vocalize that you are realizing that this particular consciousness of Anavia is in front of you, or that Anavia is present, and ask her to provide protection for you, provide a sense of compassion, a sense of mercy if you're looking for mercy, a sense of speaking your spiritual truth, or a sense of wanting to experience a more fulfilling relationship. She is rather, Anavia Nightshade is rather going to be working with a lot of the shadow qualities of the self, but more along the lines of breaking down all of the lies, all of the corruption, all of the mutations, all of the energies that don't serve our light body and our divine soul essence. Also, any energies that are oppressive or that keep you held back, these are things that will get cleared out as well. So call in Anavia Nightshade. And it's funny because I worked with the plant medicine Nightshade for a little bit, and it's interesting how her name popped up in my head, and I just feel as if this as her being and as her message being shown and shined forth, it's all about taking something that once was so overlooked, or so shunned upon, such as the truth. All of this is basically coming up now. All of this is being pulled to the surface for us to really feel this out as humanity continues to step forward on the path that it's walking. But Anavia has stepped forward and has basically vowed to catapult you into the next golden age. So I'm trusting that she has your back just as much as she has mine.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Destiny, you have your hand raised. Do you want to unmute yourself? You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. Having a little bit of problems
Hey,
here.
Destiny.
Hey,
No
Brian. Good to
How are
see you. Oh, I'm not so good.
Yeah, let's not ask that question. But what question do you have, Destiny?
I guess I'm wondering what I'm actually feeling, what emotion, or if there's an aspect of me. It feels like an aspect of me that's really beating herself up, or there's something going on with inside of me that is causing me to be attacked. And I guess I'm wondering what it is within me.
So can Anavia assist her with that, Brian?
Yes, let's go ahead and this is a part of the energy of limitation and and also a mixture of fear. So we're going to go ahead and just call in Anavia Nightshade's vortex energy and Taurus field to disintegrate and dissolve any fear and any limitation.
This is for everybody, not just for Destiny, right?
Yes, this is for everyone, not just for Destiny. This is for anyone that is experiencing any type of fear or limitation. Just take some deep breaths in and focus in the heart. Ila ro unde hishonomok nasti selo kutaanu arasti stindo rokete kiandos vande ele kiatwa ala ara atayite enua bando okosieta ash molakia la rata iste esiano oro bando pokota esta desianor it ambokota kias Zaharata Ashtayano Bila Prapa Atakiaste Elo Prokoti Ina Dishten Gukwa Bawa Nahim Banda Akiasta. And just take deep breaths in, allowing for that energy just to flow out of you. All right. Okay, Destiny, there you go. And if you experience this again, just call in her presence. That's all that you must do. Just call in her presence and she will materialize in front of you if you are clairvoyant. She will speak to you if you are clairaudient, or she will just send a feeling that she is present if you're clairsentient. Okay?
Thank you, Brian.
Thank
That's
you, Destiny.
exactly what it was. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good. That was
Very
great for
welcome.
everybody. All right, Janine, you've raised your hand. Unmute yourself.
Hi. Hello, Brian. Hi, Laura. How's
Hi,
it? Thank you.
Janine.
I'm very late. Sorry about that. I was out with a friend because I've been feeling very energetically, like emotionally hectic, building up, as you know, for the last few days. It's almost unbearable. And then I also got this realization. So I'm just wondering, is that shifting that I do because I shift emotion or I shift stuff for myself and then for humanity, or am I imagining stuff? But then
You are
also,
becoming-
I also got,
You
I
are
got an
becoming
ama-
you are becoming aware of a specific ability that you have around transmuting energies, transmutation, those particular types of abilities are becoming awakened in you. Also,
can
I don't
just-
know if this makes sense, but this is the gift of transference,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. Okay.
Uh,
Well, so what I'm taking from that, understanding is that you transmute the energy that is transferred from a particular being, organism, energy that is basically being sent to you. So it's almost
That's
like
what
a
I
gift of transformation or transference.
That's what am I a conduit of energy to first take it in and then transmute out?
Yes, you are a conduit for this, and you are being used as a channel.
Yes, and what I got for the first time tonight as well, something shifted in me where all of a sudden, for the first time ever, I saw for the first time ever how we are both spiritual beings, but totally from different places, even though we've hung together for many years. That we totally see things totally differently, and we're actually from totally different spaces of why we're here.
And that's okay. Yeah.
No, but I've never seen that before, and it was wow to see that. Like all of a sudden, I see the separation of her thing and my thing of totally different reasonings of why we exist on the planet.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of our life, well, a lot of folks' life purpose will become realized at this time. A lot of folks' energies are going to be spoken of during this time of what they call the Great Awakening. But and it's basically all because we've signed up to do this. Okay, so it's not something like we all were placed here, or yeah, it's not like we were just placed here to experience this and then go back and tell them about it. It's more along the lines of we signed up for this. We signed up for this. Our souls are something that we need to experience for our self-realization.
Well, I said to her, I feel like I'm here to process energy and to play it out for everyone else to process, and then so it's easier on everyone else. And I feel like I'm here for humanity. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And why am I feeling so?
Okay, so Janine,
Sorry.
Yeah.
you can book a personal session with Bryan if you want to go deeper into it, right?
Yes, please book a personal session. We can go much more further into this, but yeah, you definitely have the correct manner going on.
And trust your knowing, trust what you're getting, Janine.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Awesome, thank you. I'm sorry, I hate to do that sometimes, but it's like, okay, let's let's keep going. So Joy was asking, will her energy, Anavia's energy, be more after the coronation? Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Anavia's energy will most certainly be much more present and much more there.
Awesome. And Agnieszka is asking, can you see Anavia in any colors? So before you answer that, Bryan, I'm just going to say that Bryan said when you call on her, some of you will see her, some of you will maybe hear her, some of you will just sense her. So trust what you're getting. Don't say it has to be in a certain way, but go ahead, Bryan.
Some of you may receive it much more different than what I received it. I received it as a dragon type being, but some of you may experience it maybe as a cat, maybe as a wolf, maybe as, I mean, Shayata came to me as a wolf, but came to one of my clients as a sort of like a jackal type energy. So, I mean, it's all about how you experience and perceive things. Remember, what works for me may not work for you.
So, but just trust whatever you do get.
Yes.
And trust that even if you don't get anything, that she's still there with you. She is still, if you call on her, she's still there.
If you call on a name, Anavia Nightshade, you are automatically going to connect into her circuit. All right, her circuit of energy is connected to that name. Okay, it's not connected to anything else, because she connected it to a name because her original name is not something that our English language can comprehend. Yes, Anavia Nightshade.
Anavia Nightshade, Anavia Nightshade. Because I've heard you say it both ways, Brian.
Yes, either or.
Yeah, either or, Anavia or Anavia, whichever, comes out of your mouth at one time. It's fine. It's all good. All right. So Brian, do you want to talk about the packages, since we're kind of talking about that around that anyways right now?
Yes, and I just need to make sure that I got my right.
I'm going
right
to
one.
I'm going to share my screen in a minute.
Perfect.
So that we can share that and show that. I think it's this one. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Okay. All right, so this is the packages that Brian has for us this time around, package A, B, and C. So package A is a 30-minute light body empowerment, as well as a 30-minute intuitive reading. So can you tell us what is the 30-minute light body empowerment? I don't think we've done that before.
So a 30-minute light body empowerment is basically empowering the light body with the most updated codes for your personal spiritual evolution. Okay. Now I will tell you that each person's light body empowerment will be different. Okay. Each person's light body empowerment will not pertain the same codes. Each person's light body empowerment will not have the same setup. Okay. It's basically tailored to your light body. Okay. And some of it can come in sound, some of it can come in frequency, some of it can come in light language, some of it can come in just simply by a strategic type of communication. But mostly, more than likely, it comes in almost like a sonic type form.
And is this light body empowerment remote, or do you do it live with the person?
This is actually done, it can be done either live or remote, and I am allowing for the person to basically speak how they would like to receive it, because I can give it in 3 ways. I can record it, I can basically give it live, or I can also do it remotely. Okay. And all three ways would be the same intensity, the same power, the same setup. So nothing's less than the other.
Awesome. And then there's the 30-minute intuitive reading.
Yes, and the intuitive reading is just basically a personal session where you can ask any questions that are pertaining to your love life, relationships, career, finances, life purpose, spirituality, your soul's evolution, anything that you want to know that is pertaining to your life and that may help you progress and forward yourself to your life purpose. That is what you receive it.
Basically, whatever you want to know.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that is package A, and then package B is all of that. Plus, instead of a 30-minute intuitive reading, there's a 60-minute intuitive reading, and you also receive the coronation of Anavia Nightshade.
Yes, and the coronation is basically a live 90-minute Zoom. Well, yes, it's a 90-minute Zoom call where you will receive the coronation, basically her coming into power, and then you will also receive 2 initiations that activate the Anavia Nightshade Codex, and then the activation of the 12 vector codes and fire letters of the human genome. So these are basically activating. See, we already have 12 strands activated. We're going up to 22, 24, 36, and 48. Okay, and some of us are actually enabling the 64 strand DNA or the 64 genetic sequencing. Okay, so basically the coronation of Anavia Nightshade basically is a live sequence of energies and event, or an event that will be taking place on Zoom.
Great. So that's package B, right? And then in package C is all of that plus the Starseed DNA numerical code healing practitioner training. It's such a long title.
Okay, so the Starseed DNA numerical code healing practitioner training is actually a 120-minute class, and it is on January 7th. I haven't planned the time just yet, but so it's to be determined. So basically, anybody that signs up, you will basically receive the basic codes for the Starseed numerical DNA code healing practitioner training. So basically, this is a modality that was channeled by me by a Lyran Syrian Pleiadian council. Okay, so basically they worked as a collective, and as they worked as a collective, they began to relay information to me in a series of numbers, and not a long series of numbers, but a short series of numbers, which also correlate with the energies of the Pythagoras numerical chart, and also the stars that are up in our sky. So basically, you will become a healing practitioner of the Starseed DNA numerical codes.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. And so now all of these packages are available with 2 and 3 part payments. And there is a 24-hour special gift available for the next 24 hours, which you can apply to each of the packages. And that is by using the code TACS10. So really, Brian, who are these packages for?
So these packages are basically for anybody that is trying to enhance, activate, or recreate, or create themselves in a particular fashion to embody their divine human potential, basically. So this is for anybody that is wanting to accelerate their life exponentially.
Awesome. So these packages again are available at alara.at/show/Bryan12, BRYAN12. So please do take advantage of these special prices and these special packages. So now we are waiting on Anavia to say when she's ready to do the activation. Right? We've been waiting on her.
Yeah,
so where are we at?
On her.
Yeah. So where are we at?
So
Anavia, where are you?
Does anyone have any questions? I mean, maybe we can take at least one more question before we do the serpent activation.
Awesome. Yes. So anybody else have a question that you would like to ask Brian about anything about the Anavia and how she can assist you, or whatever else is going on in your life? So yeah, I'll let somebody else ask first before I jump in, because it's like I can always think of something. Because basically what this is a time filler for Anavia to get ready to do the activation. Right?
Yes, most certainly, most certainly.
So can you tell us, actually, can you tell us a little bit more about those numerical DNA codes and how we can use them as well in our lives?
So the numerical DNA codes, they are actually particular stars that that are coded specifically for a specific frequency. So I'm gonna give you kind of like an example, okay? So for an example, okay, so for example, Antares or Antares. This particular code, this would be basically is a star in the constellation Sagittarius, is a gateway to other galaxies and universes, so it can be used as a gateway. This star is wonderful for facilitating activation of soul memory, and it can be used to help with trauma and shifting into higher consciousness, because Antares is also known as the star of war. Also a star that works with the creation of stargates. It is also the portal to the mysteries of the heart, helps with karmic clearing, and is also the watcher of the West. So these that Antares code is 152951. Activate. Ataki. All right, so I just downloaded that into the DNA itself. All right, so that is basically going to do almost what a personal karmic clearing would be like with me if you purchased a karmic clearing with me. Okay, so cool. Antares energy basically will integrate into your energy field probably within anywhere from 36 hours to 48 hours. So it all depends. But that is part of the basic codes.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So I'm getting the okay. So let's go ahead and do this. All right.
She's ready now.
Yes.
Good.
All right. So I want everyone to just take some deep breaths in. And I want everyone just to focus themselves in their root chakra. And the reason why I'm asking for you to focus into the root chakra is because that is where the serpent lies. And we are going to activate the serpent energy, okay? So, take deep breaths in. Then I'm going to connect you to the Pisces constellation to ground you out and to Mother Earth. And just take deep breaths in. And as you take a deep breath in, we are going to also connect with certain hemispheres of the brain. We're going to connect to the left hemisphere of the brain, which is the numerical sequence of 124875, 124875, 124875, and then connect to the right hemisphere of the brain, 142857, 142857, 142857. All right, and just making sure that those are in alignment. Taking deep breaths in. All All right, and focus your energy at the root chakra. Zelo roku tamboko te hela rist, do kondaun, di la briata ustayenu. Vi elevriata ist, dayano ratuan a diestesia tura an ayano. Veu naura atayeste. Gelo rokote moi, dare estaya se inihine ekunda ara atakim. O kutesh yanor, neleana hawan ayastura takia. Vitam eselo rokotish tiandai, vokondai histiano. Viwa ar ayastayano, even heo, diasto sita kama aselo kutaist, vid embok nar it estendo okois, basendra bokun, ay hinne siato ok, voshanwa ar et esiana ak ayate estelo rokutin. Dele si ronde ele swa, gunde ele ki. O rata stendolo così hennana ar etekiano. Vocote estawa, toku sendor. La renne quaro, delo crocote sid, jote comurron, indelek ara astayano od, dena, dilis, zokish, anariatikim, bok pranaria stende sisiana, facoto, so temboa, gindala crestayesto, zita stende eles, Zoko te kaloko rama una ana aki. De la kiasta si hene eles. Joko te moar elesiana. Gu respondo. Vos tendo lo cotihem. Valastesiana ejeno. O condelesihene. Solo cote lo juro o cosamo cotehemi. Gila restestolo. Cocote ma. And take a deep breath in, bring that energy up and through your root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye. Allowing that energy merge in the third eye, bursting through the crown, cascading down through the auric field, creating that circuitry, and creating that microcosmic orbit. And as that microcosmic orbit is activated, so is the serpent key code energy. Take deep breaths in and embody this key code energy, allowing this key code energy to spin and oscillate your electrons if the oscillation transmutes anything or transmutes anything within the chakras, allow it to do so, not causing any imbalances or any discomfort in the dissolving or disintegrating of these distortions or mutations. Taking deep breaths in and as this energy continues to unfold, I'm now going to call in the light of the Pisces constellation to ground you out, and the energy of the Ophiuchus constellation to integrate this into your central nervous system. Remember, integration is key. And as the energy integrates and the serpent continues to rise and continues to keep your Shushumna cleared and flowing, just realize that your perceptions and what you may perceive may change. Remember that this may activate memories, may activate knowings, may even activate abilities. Know that this energy is the beginning of a new day going forward. Take deep breaths in and just be present within the energy. All right. And just allow for Anavia Nightshade to just stay with you for the remainder of the time that is in between now and the solstice. Know that her presence and her energy is still within almost like a side note on in your computer mainframe. Just allow for that energy and that knowingness that she won't leave, that you're never alone, that you are always divinely inspired. And just take deep breaths in and know that once Anavia Nightshade takes reign, the next year that she reigns from December 21st of 2021 to December 21st of 2022, you will be catapulted into the new golden age. Take deep breaths in and claim it and know it and be it. And thank you, Alara, for allowing me to do the serpent key code activation.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. And so it's going to continue to integrate, right, for a little while.
Yes, it will probably continue to integrate for probably around, I would say probably all the way up until when she actually, a few days before she comes into power. So I would say probably around the 16th, 17th of December. So just realize that some days could be uncomfy, some days could be bearable, and know that more days will be wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. Good. Thank you. So any questions about, or first of all, how are you all doing with that activation? Anybody want to share what they're experiencing? Type in the chat, let us know. Michelle's asking, how far out are Brian's sessions at this time?
My sessions are about anywhere from 5 to 6 days out at this moment. But
that's not too bad.
You will, if you book a session, before the 21st, you will receive your session before the Christmas break. Do know that these packages make great gift ideas. So
absolutely.
I know that Alara is always offering them. So remember, if you like the session, go back and buy something for one of your loved ones.
Absolutely. Good idea, Brian. And these packages will be available until the end of the year. So for sure, go back and purchase one for family or friends for Christmas. Yes, absolutely. I think there's another question here from Madalena. And she was saying, I can channel healing energy through my hands and I'm a certified medical intuitive. Awesome. I don't seem to get clients. What is blocking me, please? Receiving. Okay. But go ahead, Brian. And so can Anavia help with this kind of stuff as well?
Yes, Anavia can definitely help with this. What is the circuitry that is the circuit of your heart and the energy of receiving, and also the energy of okay, so the energy of lack is present. So once you understand that that to eliminate, once you understand that you have the ability to attract the particular needs and wants that are currently available to you and actually connect into that circuit, you will be very you will be very surprised at how quickly your life will change. And what I would recommend is, since you're having issues with receiving, go outside and sit underneath the tree. Put your back to the tree and ask for the tree or the dryad that empowers that tree to send you energy. Receiving dryad energy is one of the most unasked things that our understanding hasn't asked before. So if you think of it, if you asked a particular being or a particular species or intergalactic species to assist you that doesn't get a lot of attention, and you approach them in a dignified way, I guarantee you they'll help you with attracting, because you're paying attention to them. Because not many people pay attention to the elemental kingdom right now. A lot of people are more along the lines of abusing the elemental kingdom. So,
okay, good to know. So go visit the trees and connect to the and ask the dryad of the trees to assist you, right?
Yes, yes.
And anybody can do this.
Most certainly.
Yeah, good. And you don't have to sit; you can stand, right? Because we have we have snow now here, so it's like, yeah, I'm not sitting in the snow.
You can stand. You can walk your dog. You can walk your aunt. You can just go outside, and if you are just walking to the mailbox, stop and talk to a tree for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They'll appreciate it.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So Brenda says felt good, very, very energetic sensations. Thank you. My daughter started moving her arms and legs, and our rescue pup started barking at the beginning of the session. Going to look into a package, don't know which one yet. Thank you for sharing. Our rescue pup is still very quiet. Nice. Your rescue pup is receiving, right?
Yes, a lot of animals are affected by my light language and by the energies of the Divine Divas for some reason. I'm not quite sure just yet, but maybe in the near future, maybe we'll find out.
There you go. Good. And mine is quiet too. I don't even know where he is. So yeah. Madalena says, thank you so much. It resonates with me a lot. And I love the trees. Good. So talk to the trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Good. Awesome. So any other last message for us, Brian? From Anavia or anybody else? Anything else?
Well, Anavia wants you to be aware of the energetic changes that are going on within the body during the time in between tomorrow and the 21st. These energies are very important to us because of the threshold that we are in, or that we are in between the reign of Shayata and the reign of Anavia. So whenever we cross through that threshold, and you have to understand that threshold that we're crossing, we are crossing a threshold that is currently being reigned by a celestial galactic shaman named Shayata Winds, to going into a reign of Anavia Nightshade, a dragoness being. So think of that energy and that threshold that we are in. Okay, really become aware of it, really sit with it, and ask yourself, what is familiar about the rawness of dragon energy? All right, because dragon energy, I know from me personally, it makes me feel like I'm being drugged behind the 18-wheeler. But on good days, it makes me feel like I'm being drugged behind of a pickup truck. Okay, so there's a big difference there. All right, but know that this is just the energetic shift and transference between the two reigns, and understand that that Shayata and Anavia are going to reign in two totally different ways. Okay, Shayata is a little bit more conservative. Anavia Nightshade is not. Okay, so I'm warning you. All right,
Intense energies are coming.
Yes, intense.
Lots of change.
Intense. Lots of it.
Yeah. So use your tools, be gentle to yourself, drink lots of water, walk around, etc. Right?
Yes.
Good. And get sessions with Bryan.
Exactly. Yes, and get sessions with me. And then also, if you get sessions with me, then you definitely will need to continue to follow me, because there is a lot of new stuff coming out next year.
Awesome. Good. And so again, Bryan's packages are available at alara.at/show/Bryan12. And don't forget the Starseed DNA numerical code training is in January at some point. So you have that to look forward to as well if you're getting package C. And on 21st, you are doing the actual coronation, right, for Anavia Nightshade?
Yes, most certainly.
Awesome. Good. Well, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your questions. Thank you for the activations. Lots of energy flowing.
Yep.
Right? Lots of energy flowing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, whew, I'm like exhausted. So this was great. We, Yvonne, if you're still watching somewhere in Facebook land or somewhere else, glad you were here with us. I know you were having issues and, you know, connection stuff and couldn't hear us, but hopefully you can. If not, listen to the replay. And again, please do watch the replay or listen to the replay as well, because you'll get even more wisdom, more healing, more energies as well. And yeah, more blessings. And so I'm looking.
I have a quick message, and I know we were just getting ready to end, but this message is for Pat. Pat, you have a angelic being behind you that is trying to make itself present. It's almost like she or it wants to work with you, channel with you, speak to you, something to do with that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yay, Pat. How does that feel, Pat? You have to unmute yourself. Maybe
I don't know if she heard.
I hope she heard. I think she heard. Yeah. Nope. Maybe she's something else is going on over there. All right. So thank you. So hopefully Pat will hear that and she'll be able to connect with that angelic presence to channel through her as well. Awesome.
Yes, most certainly.
Awesome. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. This was wonderful. Always high vibe, always transformational. We love having the activations that Bryan brings through. So be gentle with yourself, drink water, etc. Right? Be gentle, gentle, gentle. And thank you again, Bryan and Anavia, for being here with us. Yeah. So until next time, may you all continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always.
Thank you
Bye
so
for
much,
now.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye for now. Awesome. Thank you.